Hello and welcome. I'm the average goob, and today we're going to be working on Archimist. Ah, all right. So we're going to be getting Merchant's Cove all set up on Monday, I think it was. I spent some time building out some assets for it, so I'm going to use this sheet to scale it and put those in there. So hopefully it looks okay. I might actually need to export them beforehand and see what they're gonna look like here. So I guess we'll just kind of see how it goes. Hello everyone, my name is Market Wires, and today we're not playing Five Nights at Freddy's tonight. Okay, I don't know. I don't know who that is. What's up, Ooga Booga? How you doing? You got in here quick. You must have notifications. All right, let's bring all of these over. Clearly way too big. Okay, Market Wires, Markiplier. Gotcha. I figured that's what it was. I didn't watch Markiplier. That bad. I don't know how big to make. Probably ridiculous, huh? Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you joined up. That actually gives me a better idea of how big this needs to be. Yeah, they need to be way bigger. I feel like using 100 Goob bucks. Why? What are you gonna use them on? Don't do it. What can you get with 100? You can highlight your message. A posture. I'm literally. I'm sitting up as straight as I can. I've got full leverage here. I just feel like my chair is lower than it normally is. No, not the Kraken. I feel like these assets are too big. Considering this is how big the screen is. I think that's a good size. Then I'll resize individual assets. Imagine coloring drawings. What? These are colored. I think honestly, like doing the art stuff is a lot of fun. Not as scary as you would think. I think these are good. You hate coloring? It's super easy in Procreate. Uh you just like you outline. I think the drawing part's the hardest. You just outline everything. You just do it and then you just drag and drop the color into it. It makes it so easy. And obviously like that's not the right way to do it. Like you're supposed to block it out and like go through all the edges and all that jazz. But because I have lines, like I keep the drawing lines, the pen lines, I don't have to like worry too much about it. But there are some places that get like pixels in it. Yeah, I used to be mechanical pencil only. I used to like doodle in my math notebooks and stuff. I feel you there. I was never like good at drawing things, but I feel like I'm getting much better, especially digital art. Digital art makes it so much easier to draw. No, that's not what I want. Naming the layers. Forgot to add .png to these because I'm saving them through here. Shipwreck. Call it 01. Takes a long time to do art though. I feel like these pretty detailed. You could do pixel art, but it's been like a couple months. This is annoying with curves and details. Yeah. Yeah, trying to do like a circle in pixel art. I mean, obviously Ace Sprite and stuff makes it super not easy, but accessible. But totally get it. And Cove updates. Here we go. All right, I'm just gonna test this hut. I've only done a little bit of pixel art. I don't really have much skill with it. Oh my god, the hut's too small. The hut's too small. I should have listened to myself. Well, I mean, it needs to be scaled to the player, so ship would definitely be way bigger than a house. So I guess this is fine. You did pixel art for a year and a half? Dang. Do you enjoy it? Why'd you did you stop? Why'd you stop? It was very limiting. I've seen so many pixel art games though. What was limiting about it? Like did you not I mean, what was I guess what was the reason for doing pixel art? Was it for video games? Just for fun? That makes sense. But what was limiting about it? If you don't mind me asking. Technically, my entire level design is pixel art. There's very big pixels. So the curves and shading looked weird because it was all squares. Yeah, but that's the endearingness of pixel art. I mean, that's what gives it its deal. Like if you look at some pixel art games, I mean, yeah, it's squares, but look at that. Like when you zoom out, ultimately it's not going to matter. I mean, technically all of our screens are made up of individual pixels. I've never been good at pixel art. I haven't really tried it, but I feel like pixel art is really nice. And I think it just takes time. It takes a lot of patience to get to something like this. But yeah, like when you're zoomed in working on pixel art, it gets hard to see the bigger picture. Right, right. That's what I was thinking. Like when you're zoomed in working on it, it just starts to feel just endless squares. But everything is a square. But I can't say much because I really have been enjoying doing hand drawn art. So I can't say much. But like my favorite style is like 2D hand drawn game. Like I just love this. Like Hollow Knight's pretty sick. I just like the style of it. Yeah. I don't know, it's hard. And of course Magic the Gathering art and stuff. I like painterly style. Hand drawn. I wonder if there's like a painterly. Yeah, I mean something like this. I'm afraid to like do Google searches. uh Stuff like this is really cool. Love this. But yeah, like the 3D low poly hand painted. Love it. But I can appreciate some pixel art. All right, Ice Cream Song is too much for me. This is the Lethal Company music moment. I know, I know. This is too much. You had over 2,000 files on your iPad? Oh my gosh. Your school iPad. Thanks for making me feel old. Thanks. Appreciate that. Hey, Mars, what's going on? 450 hours in Lethal Company? Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, no shame against it. I thought the game was pretty fun. I was gonna make this another place where you can dock. Maybe both of these will just be open the shops or something. How's the game deving going, Mars? My god, these look terrible. I need some trees. Stat. Oh wait, I've got broken ships that can go. Been playing since version 45. That means nothing to me. They're on 64. Okay, okay. I was gonna say started an ATM. Oh, I was reading different messages. So you didn't get all those hours in one version. No, that makes sense. Yeah, dang, 450 hours. Wow. Is there that like you have to be playing with friends, right? Please tell me you're playing with friends, Ooga Booga. I've been doing much. Buddy started an ATM9 Minecraft server. I don't know what that means. I'm playing with him on that, learning computer craft and Lua. Okay. Doing some Lua. Ooga Booga knows about some Lua. Am I right? Right? I gotta turn these into objects. You play solo a lot? No. When you play solo though, you can like queue up in multiplayer, right? It's not like you're not playing in like a server alone with bots or anything, right? But is computer craft something? Computer craft, is that? Oh, it's a Minecraft mod. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've never, don't hurt me. I've never really played Minecraft. Played a little bit, but not much. Oh, Lou is very interesting. Not a lot of resources on computer craft, so I haven't learned by trial and error. That's tough. That's I feel kind of that way working on like some Godot stuff. I feel like it's kind of like that. I was thinking about putting these in the water. It makes more sense in the water. Oh my gosh, why is there another one? How many of these are there? All the mods 9. 417 mods, my gosh. What does that do to the game? There's no way that can be running efficiently. When I make websites, I stick to like a maximum of 20 plugins. That's so many mods. What do you even do with that many? That's awesome. No bots to replace players. Interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh, you have to have 12 gigs of memory dedicated to run it. That seems like overkill. That seems like overkill. But at the same time, this comes from the guy who has like 64 gigs of RAM. I'll never even use it. But with that Minecraft mod, I could start to use it. One's R. No? What is this? E. Right? Decorating it. It's right here. Lou is the best for modding or one of the best. I like I said, I want to try doing a little bit of Lua for like World of Warcraft modding and stuff. I must have done it at some point. I had to have because I used to have my own little private server that I was messing with. But I don't really remember doing it. Oh, I feel like I made a comment about how you have to earn your points on my channel by watching me painstakingly place items on the level. And here we are again, doing that same thing. This is good though. This is good. Box it. I don't want the tile maps. Leave me out of it. There's a lot of resources for computer craft. There's not a lot, sorry. And what is out there is very tutorial-ish, so I found myself asking GPT questions, and it's been helpful. Well, I think at this point, GPT has scraped the entirety of the internet, if I'm not mistaken. So it would make sense that it would have some resources on that, right? That's interesting. I mean, I don't have any issue with GPT. I think it's important that we utilize the tools that we have. Stop selecting the tile set, please. I will replace you, tile set. You asked it to write you a code to do something in the game and it actually worked. That's interesting. Do you know what the code does though? Because I think that's the important thing. Is like you can use the code, but you gotta be careful. You don't want to like brick your computer. That's the only problem I've been scared of, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I don't think I've had any issues really with GPT running any bad code, but I have only tried to use like code that I understand too. So, I mean, that's not saying too much. Okay. All right. These are decorated. Look at that. I can put some more shipwrecks. Maybe I move some of these over. I could put these out in the ocean actually. Trying to think of places where the player would actually see. Different shipwreck. I love how your game jam game turned into an actual project. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to turn them into like full games, right? A lot of people may joke about it, but I feel like it's a good way to start a game. But yeah, like I'm having fun doing it. And I think this was like the first time I've done art assets. I think this is the first time I've done art assets outside of the jam. Damn, do they look good. I thought they were gonna look pretty bad. They're a little bit higher quality than the rest of the game. I can put a rock in. So good. Oh yeah. All right. That's pretty cool. Oh, never try to code. Never try code that I hadn't written myself on a computer. I didn't mind losing everything on. Yeah, that's actually a good point too. Like if you spin up like a virtual machine or something to use, I think that's a good way to test. I feel like I should do that a lot more. I don't know like what VM solution to use these days. Sense of dang it, the spawn points. There we go. I don't even think you'll see this one over here. Use Hyper-V for anything? Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize it was free. I've used like VMware and what was it? Cube box? Cube box? I don't know what it's called. What is it? VirtualBox. Oracle's VirtualBox. I think that one I've used quite a bit, and VMware was the next one. All right, let me fix the where is it? Shadow spawn timer. Let's put this back to 90. Oof, not 1 second, 90. And then the Kraken. I love you, guy, but see ya. The heck is this song? It's too lighthearted for me. What's going on? Okay, I hid the spawn points. All right, there we go. Let's go check it out. See what we can see over here. Get my trusty fire. Yeah. Hyper-V server is free if you spin it up as a standalone instead of with Windows Server. Then you just have to set up and control it from your Windows PC. Okay. But it runs on its own, right? Like you're not doing like a Windows server. You can set up like a Windows 10 computer. Can you, with a Hyper-V, can you do like a Mac or a Linux box as well? I feel like that's essential. Get a, what is it, CentOS or something? Oh, okay. That makes sense. You can run anything. Look at this. Ah, I ran into it. All right. Just need to make a box that when you overlap that little area here, maybe it opens the shop up. I think this is where we run into the problems. I think there's no way. An editor. Okay, so the HUD does. Okay, I can trigger this all through the player. So what I need to do, set up an overlap here, and then when the player runs into it. Okay, let's save branch as a scene. I don't know. Not really level design or anything. Really an upgrade. All this merchant. Merchant shop, why not? Hyper-V server is a standalone OS that you can run on a computer or server and then run virtual machines on it. You had an old Dell 680 server used for it. That's cool. So you can run like game servers and stuff locally using Hyper-V, yeah? Okay. Again, yeah, like I've only ever really used VirtualBox most of the time. It made it really easy. Okay. Let's do probably add what a node 2D, no, an area. Can I not change the order here? What? Hmm. Okay. We do an area 2D here. Delete this. Sprite 2D. And we put in the hut. Then we do collision. I'm confused. Why is it not showing? Okay, listen. We're just gonna redo this. Type in merchant correctly. All right, merchant shop. Let's just start over, huh? Create a new scene. How about we do this the old-fashioned way? Change this to an area. Add a collision. Add a sprite. What? Oh, I'll call them huts. There we go. Create a new collision shape. I think a rectangle should be just fine. Yeah. Does it need to go over? I don't know. All right, we'll call this merchant shop. Save it. Scenes. Merchant. Save. Go back to this scene. And we instantiate merchant shop. Then we find it. I almost placed it perfectly. Look at that. Oh, and I do need to make this actually down a little bit. Okay. we just change what this is called? No, let's put it in a group. Merchant. Okay. So now when the player runs into it, we don't have anything. It might actually be faster to reference the player inside the merchant side here. Oh, it's been a minute. Figure out how to code again. um, player equals null. Func. Oh, we don't even need to do the on already. We actually just need to reference this. Body entered. If player equals null. Yeah, so we just set it here. Player body. No, we'll do if body is player, then this. Then we do player equals body. Then we say player equals null, return. I think I have a function to open the shop. Oh my gosh. All the tooltips. Where's the shop? Okay, how am I opening the shop? Save everything here. Let's do a little pass on it. Let me close all this out. Then let's reopen stuff. Okay. How am I opening the shop? Gotta be from the HUD. Shop menu. Okay. Been on ready, yeah. And just to make sure. Just reusing code. That's all. So I don't even need to do this. That's it. And then I need to do maybe a timer. Well, let's see. This might actually work. Hide that. Go check it out. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I added it back. To be able to spawn the shop when I get to. Nothing? Move the player closer. Might actually not be a terrible idea to start down here. Islands and water base? What? Not recognizing the player as a collision. Oh, hang on. All right. Just check for the player. Oh, dang it. We got thanks to the posture check. Oh, I was actually starting to. My pants are a little slippery, so it's starting to like slip in my chair. It worked. It worked. First try. It works. That's so cool. I just realized though, I feel like maybe I need to put like a sign over it or something. I feel like I need to put a sign over it. Oh, I could put like a potion on it. I mean, could build one. I was thinking of doing like potions on it, but I think that looks so dumb. So I could do a tooltip, but I think it's all tied to the HUD. No, wait. The tooltips is an individual thing. Tooltip scene. Hmm. Needs to be a packed scene. Welcome in. Please, this is English. I don't know any other language, so I apologize, but welcome. If you're saying something mean, that's not very cool. But I did just look at the message up and I saw some choice words in there, so give you a little timeout. Think about what you've done. And then we're gonna get back to figuring out what I need to do here. All right, cool. So I should be able to invoke that. Let me see how I do it here. Tooltip. Okay. And then let's see where I instinct. See if I can just do it. Oh, can I even set a mouse entered? Can. Okay, this will say Ocean Shop. Dock your ship and view what's for sale. Yo, RTN, welcome in. Got your hydrate right here and the bat juice. Cheers. Oh, I gotta shake that up. Ugh. Yeah, it was really sour. The bat juice. It's it's not a sponsor, but it's just G Fuel. I know I probably shouldn't be drinking it. I'm almost 31 Friday, by the way. So I feel like I've hit my 30s. I shouldn't be drinking G Fuel, but it helps give me energy. It's all downhill from there. I know, I know, I know. Well, good things are happening, right? Trying to do stuff with my life, like stream on Twitch while making video games. I'm not too worried about though. Okay. Um I feel like I did everything correct here. Not showing the tooltip. Okay. let's just say print tooltip. How you doing though, RTN? Hope your week has been going by pretty well. Can't believe it's already freaking Wednesday. Like, what? Wednesday? Means tomorrow's Friday. AKA Thursday. Why isn't this working? I know there's something about mouse. Oh, does it only work with UI elements? Do I have to change this into a UI element? Can I add a control to it? And how do I set the size of this? I'm gonna keep it semi-transparent here. Try it like this. Nothing. Nothing, huh? Hmm. But why? Come on. Clearly, my mouse is hovering over this. Godot. Mouse enter. Not working. Oh, okay. So I was right-ish, but I need to define the control square as big as this. Is this actually that gonna work? I didn't connect anything to it. Hmm. Question is it happening? Where is level decor, merchant's cove, all the way at the bottom? Okay. No. Oh, geez. Not good. Shouldn't have paused it. Can I search for it? Make me go look for it, huh? Okay, so it's not even adding the tooltip. That's cool. Hmm. Do I have it set to mouse stop? Well, let's see if it even recognizes my mouse interaction. Does not. Why though? Okay. I wonder if my HUD is preventing me from doing that. I wonder if my HUD is actually stopping this from happening. I don't know. I mean, it still works. But that's not. See, that's what I don't understand. This has a mouse entered option in it, so why can't I? It is pickable. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. None of these have mouse functions, yeah. Okay. That has a full control over it. Hmm. Oh my gosh, is it really that? I wonder if that's the case. I wonder if it's all of these. I just filter. Okay. Shouldn't affect it. No, shop and everything shouldn't affect it. This is set to pass and this is set to pass. Alright, let's test the potion shop set into pass. Oh, what the heck? I just want this on that. That's all I want. I just want the potion shop tooltip just to show. Does it need to be all the way below it? Hmm. What if I did tooltip? What if I just put a tooltip on top? What are they gonna do? Actually, I can just instantiate this here. Uh, can I not add a freaking tooltip to this scene? Oh my gosh, has it been this whole time because I'm doing get parent add child? No way. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't have been totally mad. I would have been a little confused though. So it's not working at all. Working? No, it's definitely not getting the mouse input. Okay, well, I don't know, maybe I don't. I don't know. Okay. Well, let me just try putting this on spawn. I mean, sure. Is that a cheap way to do it? Guess this is a way to do it. Oh, I changed the wrong one. Alchemy shop. Okay, done. It's in the game now. I can still open the shop like that. It works. Alrighty then. Let's see. Potion. Disable it, huh? Still working. On alchemy shop. How is this a function? Oh, I see, because it's a button. I didn't actually get rid of the function here. I believe is from here. Put action shop. Oh, what did I do? Oh, forgot to pass it. Okay, no longer can I open the shop randomly. Yeah. Technically, if I wanted to, I can move the money over to the top right now. Go ahead and do that. Is that gonna work? Yes. Yeah. Cool. I can still get to the shop from there. Okay. So we need to open up the pause menu. And I'm just gonna hide these in case I do want to bring them back for some reason. Or I guess testing. Cool. Wait, why are you spreading the UI out? Welcome in glitched. I made it so the alchemy shop is a place you go to now in Merchant's Cove. And so there's no need for the shop button or the menu item anymore. So I got rid of the shop. And you just have to go visit it there. And I was going to make this ship upgrades, but I don't want to. I'm going to wrap this project up by Friday. So I've got Merchant Cove, where you go get your shop items, your alchemy stuff, and then while you're out here in the open sea, you're fighting other ships. Oof. Oh man. That's unfortunate. Ah! This is a risk I knew I was going to be taking by putting those on the layer. Yeah, it's like this will be a beneath the player. Alright. So instead of worrying about that, we're just going to move these a little bit more in shore here. Not a terrible thing to have to do. No, I can't click through it. To move this behind it. The main reason I care about UI being spread out is because it makes you have to look all over the screen to make decisions. Well, the thing is, though, is you're not going to really need to look at your money. You're not gonna have to really look at your money so much, except for when you're down here. So I figured I'd get it out of the way, so it's less to look at for the player. So that was kind of the thought there. But yeah, so I mean, the HUD is already taking up the whole screen as it is, and I want to give the player some middle area to view. If this is a commercial project, there'd be more user testing and stuff. But yeah, I just put the money over there because the shop button was over there. I do see what you're saying, though. I mean, it doesn't bother me if it's with the player. I mean, I can keep it there because I was gonna have a mini map over there anyways. I'm not doing a mini map though. Um, but just for balance, for visual balance, that's why I was putting it over there. I got OCD, all right? Personally, I feel like I could condense this and the money all into one area. because these are just like ability cooldowns. It's not like it's important information. Plus, you got your potions. Dang it! Now you're making me thinking about the UI, the UX UI. So I could do something like this, and then put the cooldowns under there. Put it next to the player, like that. No, I'm not gonna do that. But what if? No, I think this is fine. It's literally just removing the shop. So elements are still in the same place. He's on to the ocean. Out of the ocean, rather. Yeah. But I will keep that in mind when I'm working on UI stuff for any like next projects glitched out. I think that's something I've never even considered because people's screens are getting pretty big too. And so if this scaled with your screen, that could be like really far between the elements and stuff. Because now I'm thinking like the money and the abilities could be combined up here, and then you just have your potions down there. Also, another thing, people were saying like they didn't even realize they were losing health. So that's why like I was thinking about making this a little bit bigger too. If that looks bad. Probably move this in just a little bit. That doesn't look right. I was about to say, I guess I'm just picky about UI, but you're making arguments from my point of view I never even thought of. Yeah, I mean, it's like I think it's good to be picky. I'm a web and graphic designer professionally, so like I do think about UX, accessibility, and all that stuff all the time. But I've never really thought about it while making a video game because all the games I've made aren't really like UI heavy, due to Game Maker Studio just not really having like a good way to handle that. Um, but as soon as you mention like looking around your screen, I'm like, well, the screen's not that big because it's just this. But if I full screen it, now I'm like you can see my head. This is my full focus, and I'm at a distance from my screen too. So like, nah, you've got good points. Also, I don't have true full screen on this game either. It's just like windowed full screen, but not borderless. I'm like, do I add that? And I was like, no, this is not, I don't need to be going that in depth. gonna put these centered. There's got to be a way to center these in there. I see. I would just make them that size. Perfect. All right, cool. The health bar is just a little bit bigger. I know it's not much. It's literally 10 pixels, but I think that's going to make a difference here. Okay. Cool. We've got Merchant's Cove. We got the alchemy shop added. Not bad. Not bad. Kraken fight is kind of working. The Kraken can only go where the player can go, so that's good. Awesome. All right, let's check out the checklist here. Okay, so the scripted Kraken fight is technically there, but I'm not really gonna worry about that. Okay, we gotta change the visual of the health pickup. Let's do health potion. You and your fancy UI, I'm struggling to put up a dialogue box with yes or no user input. Hey, to be fair, I don't have any like real user input. So uh I mean like I can do some layouts. I can put stuff in boxes. I figured all that out. But it's not really player friendly. So RTN, I'm right there with you. Still got to take some time to learn that a little bit. My favorite full screen is adjusting arenas to the screen pixel size without adjusting the size of anything else. So playing on phones is begging for an impossible game. Just adjusting the arenas to the screen pixel size. That's, yeah. You can just do it like what I have. All right. So when shadows die, they're gonna drop this. But I feel like I need to do the different sound effect. What is it even called? Test open? I think it's gotta be the impact. And then but yeah, glitched out. That's exactly how I'm doing my game, by the way. I was just thinking about that. Like I'm not it doesn't adjust the camera or anything. It just literally stretches the pixels in an aspect ratio. But I'm not making this game to be like phone or desktop. Yeah, right. The final boss covering half the screen. That's exactly what would happen. I was just thinking about like if I did port this to the phone. It was a very quiet conversation in my head. It's the same enemy. Right. Because it's like my enemy is like 1,000 pixels or something. It's still gonna be 1,000 pixels on a phone, which is a smaller screen size. But like as you can see, well, maybe not. But like you can see here, it's stretching everything. So I mean it's not like it's not terrible, so you're gonna get the same view no matter what. Like I don't have it stretching out. But before it was like zooming the camera out. It was really weird. Scaled up all pixel drawings by 3.4 to retain the uniform pixel look. 3.4, very float number. Now, when the collision box is touched, there's like a 1 pixel flicker. Oh, that's so annoying. No. Are you scaling them at runtime? Like, or is this before you exported them? Because like, are you scaling the box with the sprite, or is it like separate? I feel like that might cause some flickering if it's like changing between different sizes. 1 pixel is actually 3x, so 1 actual pixel. Oh, it's all the same size, and it's causing flickering still. Is it fighting for Z position? Are you like I don't I'm assuming, are you working in like Godot? Oh my god. April is making pumpkin bars and I can smell them. Oh my god, it smells so good up here. Yeah, Godot. I wonder if you're fighting for like Z position on something for some reason. Like if you have Y sort enabled on, I wonder if it's causing any like issues. I guess that wouldn't be Z index maybe. Well, yeah, it would be. I wonder if it's fighting, if it's flickering, or is it just like wherever it's touching the collision, it's flickering. I haven't run into any issues like that yet. But I'm not using like pixel art. By the way, my above text is actually how I made my top down bullet hell in Pygame. You can imagine my confusion at how wide open it was when you ported it. Yeah, glitched. I can imagine. You're like, what the heck? 250 pixels is a final boss on a phone screen, whereas like on computer, like desktop, it's just a little tiny guy. That's a solid collision to stop the player from moving an invisible wall. The collision is showing? If it's an invisible wall, do you have like a sprite set for it, or like a texture or something on it? Because it shouldn't be showing like the debug color. Is there a way you could send a GIF of it? I'm a visual person. Sprites on different layers. So like in like a scene, so like my grass and my all this stuff being on a different layer, not necessarily in its own object. Oh, that's interesting. So you have the collisions on a different layer completely. Like you have a collision layer. Are your sprites static? You said it's all static, all the same size, but your player's moving. Yeah, I would have to see it. I would have to see what you're dealing with. That's interesting. Yeah, if like your collision layer is different than your sprite, you should okay, this might be a thing too. Your collision should be part of whatever sprite it is you're trying to collide with. Like I wouldn't have a collision on another layer inside my main. It would all be part of the same one. It's like you can see here, like this has a collision, my player has a collision, each chest has a collision. But if I go select it, it's part of that scene. So like I wouldn't have a separate collision layer unless it's part of a scene. And if you do have it, like you have like all of your objects here, I would right click it and save your branch as its own scene. That's what I would do. But again, I don't know what you're dealing with as far as the hierarchy and stuff. Let's open up the chest. I just played the game for old time's sake, and the stream audio crackled out. I'm deeming it an eldritch horror now, and it shall never be compiled. What? What? The entire stream? Oh no! Your game has cursed the stream. Hopefully that sounded scary. That's not good. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to add health. There we go. Hey. Wow, they're really small. I swear I made that chest the same size. Ah, it's scaled. Knew it. Thought something was weird about that. Cool. Turn that down quite a bit. Why is this audio stream 2D? Ah, much better. Doesn't sound like it's in my ear hole. All right, cool. And then actually what I want to do, like I know I have this ship damage scene, but I want to make a heart. I'll make hearts for it. I do have, yeah, I've got these heart assets. 2D scene. We'll call this animated heart. I tried. Sprite. Cute. Heart sprite. Let's save this. I don't have any effects. Why didn't I create an effects one? Okay, and then I don't even think I need, what is this called? Animation. New, let's do default, I guess. Auto. Oh, the posture check. Thank you. Okay. If I look like I'm at least a foot taller, don't worry about it. Got an Imgur screenshot. Did you send it in? Where'd you put it? Oh, do you want to put it in chat? Hang on. I'm trusting you, RTN, mostly because you've proven yourself. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Interesting. So I'm looking at these two collisions. Which one's which? Yeah, these collisions, I would make these collisions in, I'd put them in their own like node. This is tough. Yeah, I think having collisions like this is tough because like my tile set has collision. But if you would like to do these collisions this way, I would put them under whatever it is. So like if it's part of this sprite, I would make an area 2D. So this is exactly what I just did. So my merchant shop, to make this collidable, it's a PNG background. Yeah, exactly. I would do this. So I would set it as like an area with a sprite and a collision shape. And then I would make it its own scene and then add it to it. But I guess the issue is if you have a lot of these. I wonder if it also could be that no, it couldn't be that. And all of your collisions exist like they're looking at the player. So like where is it? So like I have my collision, it doesn't exist on a layer, but you would be like you'd put it on your tile layer and then it would look at the player, right? Like your player's on a different layer than the actual sprite. Because that's the thing too. You want to make sure your character exists on a different layer. Like if I go to my player, he lives on layer 2, but then he's checking the tiles, he's checking enemies, and he's checking bullets for collisions. Whereas my potion and my shop that I just made, it doesn't technically exist on any of these layers, but it's still checking for player collisions. So like, but it's on a different layer. So I wonder if maybe that's an issue. Because I would almost group these. I'd put all these. Well, you can't have those all in the same area collision, I don't think. Yeah, using the layers is confusing. I would make sure that they exist on the same layer. Because if they're overlapping, they shouldn't show anything. And then, like, you'll see, so, like, even though my player, like, you can see I've got multiple collisions. So I've got the player and the main collision, which I should have renamed. I don't know if it's being used, so I'm not touching it. So I've got the main collision for the player, and this main collision takes on the player, so that it exists on player's layer and it checks for these. But then I have another one, so I've got a loop magnet, which is an area 2D with its own collision mask, which it exists on the player, but it checks for loot. Technically, I don't have to make it exist on any layer because it only needs to check for loot, and it's not actually causing any collision. But my damage area does cause collision, so I have it existing on the player layer, and then it's checking tiles, shadows, enemies, and bullets. So the top one, the layer, is where it exists, and the mask is what it's looking for. So you said the player's collision shape hits that, and it's kept from moving beyond that point. When it runs into it, the flickering starts. That's weird though. Like, do you have something here? Is there a sprite underneath this? And what's flickering, the player or like the gap between them? Because I feel like these collision layers shouldn't even be showing in your game. That's interesting. Okay, so when you run it, it's not like messing up, right? Like it's not like you're not seeing like the blue, the debug. Me when I'm here watching moment. What? What does it? What does it even mean? Pixels of other layers start bouncing. Oh, do you have a camera? Are you using a camera or no? You are using a camera. Why isn't your camera attached to your player? Is your player its own scene? I would definitely, maybe that's what it is. So you see how my player has, it's just a scene? Maybe it's because your camera's not like here at this level. It's like maybe it's your camera causing jitter. Oh, hold on. Maybe there's a project setting. Oh man, I wish I knew what it was too. Because I feel like that is something with the camera and when you like move sideways and stuff. It's got to be under the project settings. 2D. Dang, I don't remember what it is. But yeah, I would try moving your camera to your player first. I feel like there was something with this. There's something you need to set for pixel art. Hmm. I don't remember. I was learning it in my course when I was going through it. still happening even with the camera. That's so interesting. I wonder because there was a setting that I had to like change, and by default, it like looked terrible. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. No, I don't even know. You tried anti-aliasing? Smooth out those pixels? Who is that? Granger? Hey, welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. This Granger wants to collaborate. Oh no. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what collaboration is. Welcome in. If you guys don't know who Granger Devs is, he's a friend of the channel. He makes video games. He uses Unity. Give him a little shout out. He actually just started streaming recently. My shout out didn't work because my bad. Hey, I'm back at it. I got the shout out going. You don't know what collaborations are? I know what a collaboration is, but it says he wants to collaborate. What does that even mean? Welcome in, Dashkin Smiles. Also, I've been caught. My channel shows that I was a raider. I've been caught. Granger, I hate to say it, but I was gonna raid you. I was gonna raid you. So I had your stream up to make sure that you were still alive. That's funny. I'm gonna be going for just a little bit longer, but Benjrul, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Pump chomping your way in. Anyways, Granger Devs, for anyone that doesn't know him, is a Unity dev. Trying to bring him over to Godot slowly by showing how easy it is. But he's also trying to get me to go to Unity slowly by showing me how easy it is, which is what he does on his channel. But yeah, give him a follow. Give him a follow. Do it. How was stream? What'd you get done? What you working on? I'm over here. We're building out some stuff. I'm the average goob, in case anybody was wondering. I am an indie dev and a full-time web developer, well, freelance web developer. And I discovered Godot a couple months ago, and I'm making a game in it. And this is the first game that I made in Godot. And I'm just trying to polish it and get some kind of like finalized project out there. But today we built out Merchant Cove and the Merchant Shop. So just a little like Survivor style ship pirate game. Changing out the visuals for the potions to give health to the player. We got the alchemy shop. And there's tons of like ships around here. They don't like you. They're all pirates. Of course, Goob's gonna end the stream because he has to experience his human life. Yes, my very human life. Granger, did you finally get your ship changed out? Honestly, I would just stick with that. Make it so they can build the ship themselves. Got the resource physics implemented. So as you mine asteroids, the resources break. And a complete refactor of the ship design. Nice! So it's fully modular. I literally just said that. Literally, like, same brain. You can build various ship types. That's so funny. I know you said something. I'm just kidding. I know you said something about it. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. Did you see that they rolled back the Unity changes so they're not charging for runtimes, and Unity 6 is coming out soon? Of course you knew that, right? But I was trying to help RTN with he's got like a collision pixel error. Something's going on with his collisions in game where it's like the sprites underneath are just breaking. And so I was wondering if maybe his camera is supposed to go under like the player's scene instead of at the overworld level. But the only thing I can think of is that these sprites need to have their collision masks connected to them, but I don't know. I would have to see some runtime of this. I would have to see some live objects. Hey, we gotta hydrate. No shit, dude. Seriously, attaching the camera fixed it? Oh man, that is sick. Hmm. Cheers to that. No freaking way. Yeah, dude, it feels good. Hopefully, you're not just saying that because you want me to, feel good about it, but that's awesome. We need to force 2 more people to follow. Why? Oh, we're almost at 760. No, don't force. Nobody's forced to follow. I only want high quality follows. I don't want the cheap followers. uh, too funny, too funny. I was just trying to animate this, so I wanted to have these little hearts like just blow up, but I didn't want to use code. But I'm like, I think code might be better. I don't know. Nope, not a 3D position, just a property. Let's do position. Insert key. And let's do half a second in here. We don't need to go that far. And then insert key. And then we want to do another one. What is it called? Modulate, self-modulate. One, and then here, and 0. Insert key. No, it's backwards. Dang it, he got cheap followers joke before I did. I'm limited by the technology I use. Me too. You just need a high quality mic and a live stream, and then you can make jokes real time. Oh, what was that? Oh, thank you for the posture check. Appreciate that. Now help me solve this problem. Oh, never mind. You don't have to help me. I got this. This is weird. I've never seen these little squares like this, but I don't think I've ever modulated the. Boop. Perfect. Done. Animation player, current animation, default. Oh, and then at the end of it, we need to run all method on the whole thing. Right here, we're going to insert key, view free. Done. You know what I just thought of? What did you just think of? That we've done, this has been the most productive stream that think I've ever had. That's what I'm thinking. Basically, people stream is like the Truman Show, and they don't know what is real or not. Like, are us viewers and followers real or not, and not actors? Ah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, if you put it that way, I don't know, but you also don't know if I'm real or not. This could be a pre-recorded video. This could all be predetermined, and I could just be an AI. Like, I don't have I gotten up to go anywhere at all this stream? We don't know. Been here this whole time. What's up, dev guy? You're AI, aren't you? Yeah, exactly. E-boop. They just came out with a new version of me. They call it, what is it? GPT 4OI or OIEIO, EIEIO. I don't know. Something. I'm getting lost in how many versions I have. Paid actors pre-recorded on the test server. Oh my gosh. That's pretty funny. Create a heart effect. What's that? Posture check. All right, all right, all right. Jeez. Thank you for the posture check. I do keep slouching. Preview. Yes, it's live. This is live, dev guy. I don't think I've ever done a pre-recorded stream. Also, this VOD right now is going to be the 100th YouTube video on my channel. Congratulations. Everyone here has made it to my 100th video. I don't even know how I have 100 videos. Chat goo PT. That's funny. Now I'm going to have to reset those. Okay. Can't go to the party because some invisible dome is keeping me here and I have to stream forever. Oh my gosh, that's so true. I was thinking about that. I was like, I have to raid tonight. So that's why I have to leave early. But I have to choose between like raiding and parties. So like October is Halloween season. And I'm like, do I tell the raid leader I can't raid and go to the party and socialize? Or do I raid? And I'm like, my social anxiety is like, just stay home and raid. I find not a lot of people are interested in low level. Low level what? Dev guy. What do you mean? We don't want a posture of the Forsaken around here. Oh. Yeah. You know what? They need to make straight up undead. GPU window capture in Unity. Oh, do you mean like streaming? Are you talking about like people aren't interested in watching it? So if that's the case, dev guy, I think you have to trick them into coming to your stream. If they're not liking, I mean, maybe they don't know about your stream, right? If that's what you're talking about, you got to network outside of it. You got to talk about it. You got to tell me what it is. I've been catching some of your streams. I lurk a lot. Windows 10 window into my Unity texture mapping onto a polygon in the scene. What? Like not the game that you're making on stream, right? Oh, maybe do you have to stream at a lower quality maybe? I know that if you stream at 960p, it's like optimal for mobile and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, 960. I think it's like something you have to set. It's like an in between 1080 and 720. Why is there a 160p? I don't know. I have no idea. Pretty funny though. Yeah, you get used to the 4K. You forget that there's like lower quality stuff out there. But anyways, I do have to get going. Um, we're gonna go ahead and raid Irish John Games. I think that he's doing something over here. Still doing his partner push. Week 4 out of 5. His Journ Jam has started. And I feel like our games are pretty similar, so we're working on kind of the same thing. But I am gonna get out of here. What if you unexpectedly made me posture check? So I can copy my actual Windows 10 windows, say like writer into my Twitch Unity integration scene, and you can see my window. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that, dev guy. There's a lot of people that are using Beegs. I don't know if you've heard of Beegs, but he does that with his as well. Yeah, yeah. So like being able to see your scenes inside of Unity, that I like that. I think it's cool. Um, I'm not like much of a fancy stream UI guy, but if I was to do a scene, I would definitely do something like that. Yeah, Nurkmind is another one. So, no, you just keep at it, man. Just keep at it. Do what you want to do on stream and stream like everybody's watching. Talk, have your stream of conscious, go through things, post your VODs, just keep at it and definitely like talk about what you do in other streams too, not sound braggy and like make it all about you all the time kind of talk, but definitely bring it up. Just ask people if they're interested in it. Be like, hey, have you thought of Unity? Uh, like, have you thought about Windows inside of your scene or something? Like anybody that's kind of got that. I think VTubers would be popular with VTubers and stuff because they want to have like a fully immersive stream. So I think that's smart. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna raid Irish John Games, and I'm gonna try to be live again tomorrow. So I'm kind of just doing the back-to-back streams this week. I want to try to get this game done, plus, playing some video games. We got my birthday on Friday, so it'll be a fun time. We're close to finishing up this game. I've got some scripted Kraken fight stuff to do, and then maybe we look at a game jam or just another project to start. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, on my birthday. Like we'll be doing a birthday stream. So thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. It's been a really good stream today. I feel like we had a lot accomplished. So thank you for hanging out, and have a good rest of your night. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, RTN. Thanks, Dev Guy. Thanks for hanging out, Ooga Booga. And yes, I'm old. Thanks again for the raid, Granger. You guys have a great night.